Hello everyone. Hello everyone. I hope you can see me and you can hear me. And I very much hope that I'm live. Still, I'm checking my YouTube and my Twitch. Mhm. Let me do this. Hello, lovely wife. How are you? How have you been? Um, I think we don't have much technical issues, and maybe we can start. I very much hope that you can hear me, you can see me, and my uh, sound doesn't break, and the video quality is enough good. So this is our first position. We'll start with some studies and discuss some chess news, and of course maybe play against viewers or generally play on chess.com or Lichess. Mhm. So this is our first position, white to play and win. We do have some c takes b, we do have rook g1. What else? We have also knight b7, but no, I don't think. Hmm. C takes b, king takes b6. Let's say you take, I take. Hmm. Yes, knight c8 is forced, but I go somewhere like, where do I go? I guess I go king a6 even. You are forced to take, and now I go h2. Knight c6 doesn't work, rook h5, I have e2 at least. C takes b does not work. Knight b7 just queen takes, and I have more than enough checks. So rook g1. Rook g1 should be and can be very tempting move. Otherwise, black is threatening some queen a6 check, some e2, h2. We go rook g1. And now if you take b takes c, this should be just lost. I go this and then check. I take with the knight. My rook is stopping your e and h pawns. And slowly I will collect them. So rook g1. Another option is to go b5. But once again, b5 doesn't look very impressive. You have also queen a6. Because if you go b5, maybe this is the strongest. Maybe this is the strongest because where do I go now? Of course, I don't play king c3. I have king b3. I have king d4. I think king d4 is very good. And this is maybe the because if I play king d3, you have check. You have check and you will start checking. If I go king c3, which is the strongest, if I go this, then the main problem is that now, I think you will maybe even take this. I go check, you go this, I take, you take. But this, black is threatening king d4. If I go king c3, some b4. No, wait, but what if I go king d4? b4 does not work. King b4 I have check. Ah, but you have something like no king b4. But still, I'm not sure. Hmm. Maybe king b4. I go check. You go king a3. I go check. You go king b2. I take. Oh. But this doesn't look because e2 I have rook e7. And then I'm taking on e2. If you go this, then I play rook h7. Looks winning. Okay, rook g1. If you go check, but I do have check. Of course, check is the strongest continuation. And now where do I go? I go king c3 probably because king d4 you will take b takes c, king b3 check. Yes, king c3. And now you need to take because if rook a1 you have this. I think this is the best for white is to make a draw somehow. I go check. Queen c4, king c4. This is winning for me. You have king b5 and you have king a4. I don't see much difference because somewhere I should make some waiting move or let's say king b5. I need to go this check, king a4. Mhm. I have perpetual check, but maybe nothing more than that. Maybe knight b6, king a5, and there's some crazy move like knight a8. But you have some queen e2. No. I have waiting moves like rook b2, but what does it change? But maybe rook b2. And my point is just to take the pawns. Hmm. So you want to say rook g1, b5. No, b5 is losing because of king d4. b5 is losing because of king d4. No, but wait. King d4, I have something like queen h7, no? Check king b4. Oh, here I need to play king b3, which forces you to take. I go check and I take, and this position probably winning, but doesn't look easy at all. Doesn't look easy at all, I would say. King c3, you go check. King d3, you go b3. Oh. Hmm. Rook g1, queen a6. I need to play this king c3. You are taking this pawn. And now I need to go this check, this, and maybe rook b2. This is maybe winning. Because queen b7 I can easily take. Queen b5 is a checkmate. Queen c4 does not help at all. Queen a5, queen a7, queen a8 as well. So e2, rook takes e2. I don't see. Hmm. Maybe the point can be here something like e2. And now if you take, I go king b5. But check this, and something like rook b3 can be enough, no? h2 rook b1? No, it doesn't look very promising because queen a7, but I will just check take. Rook g1. Seems like rook g1 is the strongest because nothing else is really working. With the knight, we don't have moves. Queen f7 check comes. C takes b king b6. Yes, rook g1. I completely agree. And here two moves, b5 and queen a6. Let's start with b5. This is a very important move. King d4, some queen h7. So king b3 is forced. And now queen c5. Of course, we need to go this check. Otherwise, rook a1, king b6. So I go check, I take. But now you threaten some king d4. That's why I'm very much worried to stop and to play some king c3. Um, yes, but this doesn't look very easy. Like this, I have king d3, you can go b3. I can even start capturing this pawn and then king d2 might be, easily can be winning, but I'm not sure. Okay, rook g1 and check, king c3. This one is probably the strongest. We go check. Hmm. And you go king b5. I need to check. And here you don't have moves. Because queen b5 is nothing, queen c4 is nothing, queen a5 nothing, a7 I can check and take, a8 I can check in two different ways, queen b7 I can take, queen c8 as well. So e2 and h2 are your moves. But at the same time, I don't have any threats. If I check rook a1, king b5, knight d6 doesn't work. If I go rook b2, rook a2, king b5, rook b3, rook a3. So I need to stop. I need to stop those pawns. Let's say rook b2. Now you can go h2. But I think this one is better. Takes. And now again, queen b5 doesn't work. Queen c4, queen a5, queen a7, queen b7. Nothing is. Queen b7, you get checkmated or you lose your queen. But you go this. And again, I check. And how do I stop? Hello, hello. I was thinking, how do I stop? But I wasn't sure about rook b3, queen c4 takes, queen b5 is checkmate, queen b7 is lost for you, queen. Yes, you go this, and I play this, which looks a bit awkward, but yes, I think I'm in time to stop your pawn, and position looks winning. Because anything else, like what else can we do? We don't have anything else. Yes, nothing. Rook g1 is the strongest, and two positions are there. This one is winning, but how do we win? This one, how do we win? Because king d4, you threaten king d4, and I need to play. I need to play some, maybe not king c3, maybe king c2 is very humble move. But enough good. Enough good because now b4 doesn't come with the check. King c4, king d4 I have check and rook h4. e2 I can already choose like to play king d3 or to play king d2. h2 rook h1 is always coming. Maybe king c2 is essential move to play. And this one, once again, I'm not 100% sure, but at least I found one way to stop those pawns, like rook b2. Queen c4 takes, queen b5 checkmate, queen b7 I can take. If you play h2, can this make any big changes? No, I don't. I don't think. I really don't think. Okay, then let's check. Let's check what does computer say. I will use. Hmm, hmm. I'm using very weak engine, but this one should be enough. This one should be enough. C takes B, king takes, knight C8, king A6, only move, otherwise rook G7 ideas are coming, and now H2, of course, H2, stopping rook G1, and now E2, of course. And it's a drawn position. Rook G1. And you have two moves, Queen A6. Queen A6 is the strongest because if you play B5, I have King B3. I have King B3, you are taking the pawn, and I go Knight B7. Yes, and then I take, and both King C3 before King B3 or King C2. Yes, Queen A6. I go King C3, of course. You are taking. I go Knight C4. Rook A1, King B6, I'm losing. And now both moves, it's the same position. Like this, I need to check. And here, what do we see? Quick engine says it's a drawn position. But what about Rook B2? What am I? Ah, yes, yes, it's lost, right? And in the end, there's Rook B1. Okay, it says H2. Because if E2, I'm just taking. Okay, Queen A7, Queen A8. You need to play some this. I go check, and I go Rook B3. Rook B3 move. Only move Rook B3, Rook B1. And now H2. And what's the point? Check, check. I need to take. Ah, but this is I need to take, and you go King B5. I go check. Hmm. Why this does not work? Oh, come on. Come on. Come on. Great, great. Yes, this engine once again, Deep Freeze 14. It's like super weak because you're absolutely right that. So this is the main position, and you go check, and you go check. Doesn't matter King A4, King B5. Anyway, we are having this Rook A1 check. So, and here you need to see this Rook B2. You need to see this Rook B2. Despite being so much material down, Black is having super awkwardly placed pieces, like king on a4 and queen on a6, and the same pattern works in both lines. Let's say you go e2, I just take, and I go check, and I go rook b3, and then I go rook b1. So I'm stopping h2 pawn, and later on, Lichess is using stockfish. Yes. Yes. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for following me on Twitch or on my YouTube channel. Yes, this, and we go rook b3. And now we go rook b1. This very weak engine doesn't see that rook b1 in the end comes and finishes the game. Let's see if my... I will just take this because... Let's continue. Let's continue. And next one. So white to play and win. Rook g4 is super tempting move. e4, I have bishop e4. I have also rook e4, but rook e4, maybe you can take queen e4, bishop e4, and king d4. I think you are getting your king on h8 very fast. Hmm. Do I have any waiting moves? What does is Stockfish 18 enough for everything? I think it is enough for everything. Also, I think for deep analysis it is enough. Yes, um, for even for my level, I would say I'm 26 plus Grandmaster. Even for my level, uh, leeches on Stockfish on leeches should be enough. At least to have some openings, to know what to play and not to get lost positions out of the opening. I will just take my. Let's try another one. I think the previous one was Armenian composer um, Henrik Kasparian. Very famous Armenian chess composer and also chess player. So Rook G4. I think Rook G4 looks very straightforward, but I'm not sure. I'm not sure. We do have some waiting moves like Rook G1, but makes no sense because something like Queen H8. Okay, Rook G4. You need to go E4, of course. And now I'm choosing Bishop takes E4, Rook takes E4, or maybe even third option, because rook e4, this is super simple draw. I guess king d4 and game ends in a draw. Because your bishop is under attack, you need to move your bishop somewhere. I'm not sure where exactly you want to go because h4, king e4, any square, and I'm going king e5. King e5, king f6, king g7, king h8. Once I'm getting my king on this corner, then doesn't matter if you are collecting, winning my pawns on a6 and c5. Anyway, the rising endgame is drawn because of a wrong color bishop. Here, bishop f5, bishop g6, king e5, h4, king f6. No, this is that drawn position. But this one I'm not sure. This one I'm not sure because queen a7 does not help. Queen b8 does not help. Queen c8 is possible. You have queen d8. Queen e8 does not help. Queen f8, queen g8. Queen h8 is also there. I see. You have queen c8 does not help. You have this move. This move is possible. This move is possible, but I have some doubts. I have some doubts. Also, you can go queen h8. Queen h8, but here we have some ideas, you know. We need to go check. Otherwise, you go king b5. And you go queen d4. But here I'm not forced. I'm not forced to take your pawn at all. Huh. How do I play? If I go h3, now if you take queen g4, h takes g, this is lost because my pawn uh, is not on h5 anymore. But you will go a5. You will go a5, and how should I and how can I stop this pawn, or how can I continue? I'm not sure at all. Okay, rook g4 looks super tempting. Looks super tempting, I agree. Looks very good. No, should be. Should be rook g4, you go e4. And here also, because rook e4 does not work, I don't think we can afford ourselves any other move because king is coming to d4. So I need to take bishop e4, and you go queen h8 or queen d8. It should be the same. You threaten king b5, bishop d3, king d5, and I'm not winning at all. I don't have anything else, so I need to go this queen d4. But here I don't see how to play because you don't threaten anything with the black pieces. You only can go some a5, a4. If I go h3, and I think I need to go this h3 because rook e4 it's the same. I will just take it. I have bishop e4, but you can go check, so it does not work. Let's say I go h3, and now if you takes this can be winning. This is winning, super simple. But you go a5, and now we need to create something. We need to create something, but how exactly? How exactly? But I have some moves with the bishop. For example, I can move my bishop because if you go king b5, that might be. Hmm, hmm. Yes, yes. What if I go bishop f3? So queen g4 again loses, and king b4 I don't like. And my point is to go h4. Oh, I see the point. Wow, I see the point. Great, great. So you go a4 and I go h4. Mhm. Now you are not in time to capture this. You need to go a3 because if you take, I will take, and this is lost. King d5 or king d4 doesn't matter. Let's say this. I go h5. I'm threatening h6, and I go h6, and I go, of course, bishop h5. And this is lost. This is lost, of course. a3, king b3, c4. I have at least king b2. But what if you go a3? What if you go? But let's say h5. You go a2. I take, and now king d4, king b2. This h6, and now bishop h5. But if you take c takes d, this again, this is lost. Maybe we can defend the rook with the bishop, then stop pushing the. Yes, yes. I think you are absolutely right. Dear viewer, we go rook g4, we take bishop e4. Now queen d8 or queen h8 doesn't really matter because I have bishop c6. This is very important. I need to go this queen d4 and now h3. If you take takes, this is winning position because what I need is to save my pawn on g4 and position is winning. But I will manage. Very easily I will manage to save my pawn or even push push it up to g6. So a5. This is your only idea because if you play something like this, I think this is completely lost because your king is not uh, in a box. Let's say this h5, you take, I go h6, and you go king d6, I go h6. So you go a5, I go bishop f3. And again, queen g4 ideas aren't working. You can go king b5 or king b4, but I just take and I push h4. Let's say this, and I go h4. Now again, luckily for us, king d4 or king d5, I go this. King d6 does not help, and I go this, and now bishop h5. This is super important. This is super important. This exercise are really hard and really nice, very educational. Thank you very much. I hope you are enjoying. And even those positions, because it's no, no, this is completely winning. I have even if I don't have any moves with my king, I can always go bishop e8, bishop e8, bishop e8, h5. So black at some point will run out of moves. a3, king b3, and here I can go king b2, and your pawns are stopped. So you need to go a3. I just push h5 and a2, and now I capture. C takes the king b4. Your pawn is stopped, and this is winning. And now I take. You go this h6, and now bishop h5. Another important move. And this should be another. Let's start. Let's see. Of course, rook g4 is the only move. e4, and now we aren't taking rook e4. Computer sees takes, and now king d4. Maybe king d4 is not the only move. I apologize. Yes, this is drawn position. Oh, wait. King is going up to h8. So bishop takes e4. Queen h8 or queen d8, of course. We go check. Queen d4, and we go h3. Beautiful move. Beautiful move, stopping. I mean, offering this trade, but in our terms. Queen g4, h takes g, king before a5, and now we go bishop f3, of course. Another important move. And now we go h4. Here, rook d4, no? Or yes, h5. And now rook takes d4. And now king b2, of course. Yes, I think we got another one. So h3, super important move. Queen g4, h takes g is lost. King b4, you just take and you start pushing your h pawn. And if a5, then bishop f3. Defending rook on g4 and threatening h4. King b5, king b4, rook d4 is coming. And now h4. Very nice question. Why not first bishop f3? Because here I will take. I will take. And this is drawn. Like I go this. Okay, don't pay any attention to this king b3. Because h4 this. Oops. And now king f6. And you don't have this bishop h5. You don't have this bishop h5. So it is super important to start with h3. Because now I take and I go king d5 or king d4. And my king runs to h8. Because even if you manage to win my a6 and c5 pawns, but my king reaches to h8, it's a drawn position. It's a drawn position. And now bishop f3. Now if takes, pawn takes. King b4, king b5 does not work. a4 and now h4. Queen g4, bishop g4. Now the problem for black is being that king d5 or king d4, h5, king e5, because king e6 is not available. I go h6, I'm threatening here h7, and now I have this bishop h5. And I don't let black to come closer to my h6 pawn. And now this is completely winning. And now h. Good. Let's continue. And this one. This is Leonid Kubel. And if I'm not mistaken, I think I know this. Should be check, 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 check. Yes. I knew the final position and the final idea. So you start, despite being 2 pawns down, you start with knight e3. Of course, king h4, queen g4, checkmate. King g3 is the only move because if you go this, then queen f2, king h1, queen g2, king h3, queen g2, not knight g2, queen g2, and then queen g4 comes and checkmates. So here king g3, we go queen g4. Uh, king h2, queen g2, checkmate, and now check. So king g1, queen f1, and then queen g2, king e2 or king e1 does not change much. We go queen f1 because if you take, then queen e1 and I'm winning your queen and of course the game. King d2, I go queen d1, king e3, queen e1, and now I go this. If you go king d4, then knight f5, you go this, I go queen b2. Now if you go there, knight c4 and then queen b6, checkmate. And what if knight b3? Please. Please, what if knight b3? How does white checkmate or win the game? How does white checkmate and win the game? Does anyone see? Does anyone see? Does anyone see? Does anyone see? Dear wife, do you see? Are you sure? Do you see the checkmate? How does white checkmate? Still, I'm waiting another 10-20 seconds and then I will show the dear wife, you try. Skewer, show me the skewer. Dear wife, join the stream. Join the chat, please. Okay. Here we go, queen a3. If you don't take, then queen e7 comes, and if you go king takes, knight c2 checkmate. So this one I'm not going even to check because I knew the final position. Let's move. And the last one. So white to play and win. Oh, great. Ferhat, if I'm pronouncing correctly. Okay, white to play, and again, this position looks familiar to me, but I'm not 100% sure. Looks very drawish. Looks very, very drawish. How should I continue? What should I do? What should I do? Hmm. Maybe d8? Hmm? Maybe d8. Queen takes d8, knight e5, or bishop h5. Because knight e5, if I start, then you have this king e6. Hmm. What can I do? Mm, mm, 95. White to play, yes, white to play and white wins. Once again, I also don't know the solution. I'm trying to solve together with you. Mhm. Huh. We have some tempting moves, of course. We have queen g5, we have knight e5, we have d8 queen. I like d8 queen, honestly speaking. Queen takes, and now I need to go knight e5 check. But you have some moves. You have some moves, and I'm not sure what is really happening. What is really happening if you go even king f8? If you go king f8, I don't think. I was thinking about d8, but you will take. And let's say king f8. How am I going to win? You have this unpleasant check of queen d4. I have some threats, but I don't think. No, d8. Knight e5, but I'm not sure about king e6. King e6. Maybe some. Uh, oh, king e1 can be. Can be. Can be. Mhm. No. We need to solve. We need to solve. King e1. King e1 is interesting. I agree. I absolutely agree with King e1. I like it. I like it very much. A very annoying move, I would say, because King e1. Now you threaten Queen f8, f2, Queen f8, and I think maybe I'm forced to take. This I like, King e1. Super beautiful move, super beautiful move. And Bishop d7, but now knight e5. I would go knight e5, not Bishop Queen a7, because Queen a7, this position can be drawn. I like this. How do you save? Like King e8, I don't think. King e7 does not save. King f6 does not save. King e6 you can try, but this already reminds me some kind of beautiful ideas. But how exactly? How exactly do we go? Hmm. This does look super annoying. No, King e1 is the move, I think. And now knight e5. Now you need to play this, of course. Mhm. And now, how do I go? How do I play? How do I play? Many tempting moves again. Many. Bishop g4, but king e5. Bishop c4, king e5 anyway. Anyway, and queen e3, but you have king f6. I have check, king g7, check, king h7, check, king h8, check, and check like that. Check, check, this, queen f4, this. Hmm. Mhm. Maybe queen e3, some discovery. No, here queen e3 I don't like because of some queen b4. No, but king e1 is the move for sure. King e1 is the move for sure. Mhm. King e6 does not work, king e7 as well. Yes, bishop d7, and now I don't like capturing there because bishop h5 we have also. Why aren't we playing? But king f6? King f6. Mhm. Now this looks super tempting. So- Something like queen d4 can win the game. Oh, this is. Mhm. What can I do? Are we having any questions? Oh, queen a3. Queen d4. Does look tempting, but I'm not sure. I'm not sure. King e1. No, queen d4. Yes, queen d4 looks winning. King e1, right? King e1 is the move. Because, yes, you don't have anything good. I have threats. I have unpleasant checks. And the only idea why I'm not starting here with the checks because you move your king and you check back. So king e1, bishop d7, knight e5. So what's the beautiful line? Where is the beautiful line? Where is the beautiful line? Like king e8, bishop h5, king d8, queen b6, king c8. Really? King d7, no, but king e7, queen c5. King e6 is the move, and now queen d4. Huh? Queen d4, and this is winning. This is winning. Might be, might easily be. I like my position, and it looks super tempting. Okay, this one is very difficult for me. Oh, queen g5, you see? Queen g5. Oh, we have some other moves, including king e1, but king e1, bishop d7, and queen a7. We are better, but we are not winning. And if this, king e6 and queen d4 does not, queen d4, queen d6, queen d3, queen b4. So the starting move is to go queen g5. I have seen it. I have seen it. Bishop d7, knight f4. So this, and now king g1. You need to take. I go check. Ah, very beautiful one. Very beautiful one. Oh, of course, I remembered. I remembered. I apologize for not solving it. So king e1, bishop d7. Queen a7, you are better. And in a practical game, this position can be super annoying for black to handle. But the objective evaluation is close to draw. And knight e5, king e6 does not really give much because queen d4, queen d6, queen d3, queen b4. So the right continuation is to start with queen g5. We threaten d8, of course. King e6 is the only move because if you take bishop d7, we have this knight f4. Beautiful move. Now we threaten bishop c4, we threaten bishop h5, and many other threats. So king e6. Now we go king g1. Can you? Yes, sure, sure. I will analyze. And now king g1. Again, I'm threatening d8, I'm threatening bishop g4, so we have two moves. One is king d7 and bishop d7. Just bishop g4, of course, bishop g4. King d6, queen c5 is a checkmate. Queen f5 is nothing, and then knight e5 is coming and checkmate. And now we go knight c5. You need to go king d6. But king d6 we are losing because of this queen g3. Very beautiful move. Again, if king c5, then queen a3 comes, and I'm winning your queen on f8. If you don't take, then what do you want to play? King d5, I have this beautiful move of bishop c4. King c5, queen a3 takes check. Now king d4, knight d6, and if king c5, queen a3. So this bishop c4 beautiful move works, and here we go queen e5, king d8, knight d6, and we go bishop c4, king g6, we go bishop d3, and yes, you are losing your queen at least, king h6, queen h2, and then knight is coming to e6. But another beautiful idea is, of course, to go king d8. After this, no, king c8 here. We go bishop a6, you go king b8, I go queen g3. Please, dear viewers, queen g3, king a8, and how do we checkmate? Very beautiful pattern. Let's see who can. How does white checkmate? How does white win? How does white checkmate? or win the game. Ideas? Any ideas? Dear viewers? Super beautiful. Because if you go 96, I'm not sure. I think I have queen f3 and then 97 king b8. You are on checkmating. So you are ready? Are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready? Let me check my Twitch as well. Where is my Twitch? Twitch. Oh, yes. Roro, you are absolutely right. Bishop b7, of course. Forcing opponent to capture with the bishop and now knight d7. Attacking on f8 and also threatening knight b6 checkmate. So knight b6 is a checkmate and your queen is under attack. And here, of course, very beautiful smothered mate and now knight b6. Yes. So queen g5 threatening d8 and bishop d7 knight f4 is coming and here king g1. You take with the bishop, then bishop g4 just finishes the game and now knight c5. King d6, queen g3 is coming and black is already losing the queen on f8. If you take king c5 then queen a3. If you go king d5 then bishop c4. And if this, bishop a6, queen g3 and bishop b7 and knight d7. Great, great, excellent. Excellent, dear viewers. And let's analyze a bit this position. I think the strongest continuation was something to play queen d6, right? Queen e7. I like also queen e7. I like also queen d6. Uh, you have many tempting moves. Computer says queen e3. Another move is to go knight c5. Of course, you aren't going to win my bishop anytime soon, but practically it can be very unpleasant. I have also this move of queen e7, which is also working. Again, queen d4, queen f4. So game goes on. You aren't winning the game, but if two engines are playing, two computers are playing, game will end in a draw. If two humans, I'm not sure. I'm not sure at all. So I prepared these four studies for us today, and now we have some chess news. Of course, we need to discuss this tournament, candidates, and let's see. Today is the final rest day, day off, and tomorrow and on Wednesday, players are going to complete, to finish candidates 2026, and this is the standings. So what do we see? Sindarov, Jawahir Sindarov is having 9 out of 12. And on second place, Anish Giri, 7 out of 12. Fabiano is having 6 out of 12. We see three players, Matthias Blubaum, Hikaru Nakamura, and Wei Yi are 5.5 out of 12. We see Pragnananda 5 out of 12. And Andrei Yesipenko is having 4.5 out of 12. So Tomorrow Anish will play against Javohir Sindarov. I should say that Anish yesterday with the black pieces against Wei, he had all the chances to win, and he was at some point completely winning, but the win wasn't very easy for anyone, including Anish. But even later on, he had some very good practical chances, but he didn't manage to win that very important game. And one draw will be enough for Javohir um, to win this tournament. Let me remind you that if two players are scoring the same points, doesn't matter uh, the tie breaks, they are going to play match for the first. They are going to have match for the first. Of course, no one else can catch Sindarov, only Anish. If Anish wins two games in a row and Sindarov loses two games in a row, of course, second last round, Anish will be having white pieces against Sindarov, but let's not forget that even if Anish somehow manages to win last round game, Sindaro will have white pieces. I'm not 100% sure whom does. Yes, he will be playing Vei with the white pieces. So anyway, he will have very decent, very high chances to win the tournament. I think Anish will be finishing second. He has all the chances, and probably Fabiano third. As everyone uh, uh, say, um, second, third, and other places does not matter. But I think players are anyway. They are playing for the rating and generally maybe for some prizes. I think what can we say? Sindarov had incredible tournament so far. Anish is playing and having good tournaments so far again because last couple of rounds he's the main challenger. He's the only player that can catch Sindarov. I think last maybe after defeating Fabiano. Start for Fabiano was very good, 2.5 out of three. But later on, the very next round with the black pieces, he lost to Sindarov, and later on he managed to bounce back by winning against Matthias Bilbao, but he lost to Hikaru Nakamura, very painful game, and then he lost to Anish Giri, and he doesn't have any real. After losing to Hikaru, he was a bit collapsed. Let's move to the women's tournament because here things are um, much more complicated because we have four players with very decent chances. Of course, the two main leaders are Zhu Jainer and Vaishali. Vaishali lost yesterday with the white pieces against Zhu Jainer. Uh, so they are having 7 out of 12, and then we have Vibisara Saubaeva and Anna Muzichuk, 6.5 out of 12. Yesterday, Anna Muzichuk, she had completely winning position against Alexandra Goryachkina, uh, but somehow, because of time trouble, she didn't manage to win the game. But yes, I think so far uh, Anna is getting all the chances to really win this tournament because I remember her game against Divya. She lost with the white pieces, but throughout the game she was completely winning. And yesterday's game as well, starting from some point, she was completely winning, and even after that win, she would tie the first place. Um, but 2 rounds to go. I think players will try to be very solid. I have some questions to Vaishali's team. Uh, with the white pieces, why Vaishali didn't try to be solid against Shu Jainer? Yes, this is something I would very much like to ask because she was 1 point ahead of others, and she was playing Zhu Jainer in the very next round with the white pieces. Of course, she played very ambitiously, and it was complicated fight. At some point, she didn't play the strongest moves and lost. But over ambitiousness mm, makes creates some problems. I think for her to play very solid would have been much better approach. Yes. So this is my view. This is how I see. At least what I would recommend uh, to Vaishali for yesterday's round to be solid. Uh, and if game ends in a draw, then we are happy. If Zhu Joiner with the black PC, she is trying uh, to create some chances, then we can already try to use our chances. I think it is obvious that Tan Zhongyi, Divya, Katerina Lagno, Alexandria Goryachkina, they aren't playing for uh, for the top places. Yes, this is about FIDE candidates, and we have another very interesting match between Veselin Topalov and young prodigy, Turkish prodigy Erdogmuş. So first game of their friendly match ended in a draw. Today, in a few hours, I guess, I assume they are going to start another game. Um, I think it's close match. Still, I see Topalov as a as the favorite of this match. But the very first game with the Black Pieces, Erdogmuş managed to make a draw. Mhm. We have another friendly match between Hans Niemann and Wander Liang. And at the moment, I don't see any problems for, oh, this is even completely winning. So the score was +1 for Hans after 7 rounds, 4-3. And yes, now Wander Liang is having completely winning position according to engines, -2.4. And yes, Black is hmm. Rostam Chess. Hi everyone, hello. Who is your favorite between Gukesh and Sindarov? Yes, yes, we are going to have very crazy. If everything goes smooth for uh, Sindarov, then he will, of course, win the tournament. And we are going to have Gukesh World current champion against Sindarov. We can also see the ratings, of course. We can also see the ratings. Of course, Magnus doesn't play much. We see that Hikaru, after being inactive for maybe the entire year, I would say, or even maybe longer, he's losing 16 rating points. Fabiano, very unfortunately, he even during the tournament he crossed 2800, but now we see 2784 Fabiano's live uh, rating, and he should be super careful because if he loses one of the remaining games, so Nodirbeck or even Javo here might overtake him. Yes, Sindaro, of course, he made unbelievable uh, breakthrough. He's world number five. But once again, this is not world number five. This is world number three, basically, because Hikaru plays as much as I myself, as I do. And then where is our world champion, Gukesh? Gukesh is world number 15. He just finished another tournament, rapid tournament. He didn't play well, of course. So we know that his rapid and blitz skills are not as good, as high rated as his classical skills. So Nihal won the tournament with 6 out of 10. Rapport was playing Pentala Hari Krishna, Dominguez. Of course, Gukesh is more experienced because this is probably second, third, or maybe fifth super tournament for Sindarov, Veikanze, also candidates, but Gukesh maybe close to this is third or fourth year he is playing super tournaments. So, but Gukesh somehow on this period of time he's not in good shape, not in good form, and Sindarov is just destroying and crushing and making and setting new records, which is just unbelievable. So I think at the moment everyone would say about experience that Gukesh is more experienced, despite both of them are very young and super young, but Gukesh is more experienced because, of course, he played already World Championship match against former World Champion Ding Liren. But uh, everyone before the candidates 2026 were saying that experience is important, but of course we see that chess giants and experts sometimes, and even very often, they are just saying their opinions, not more than that. Because the guy uh, who doesn't have enough experience, and let's say Hikaru or Fabi, uh, even I would say Vei is more experienced than Sindaro, but he doesn't pay any attention. He's just destroying and crushing everyone. Yes. So I would say, I think everyone will say Sindaro, but I think it's super close match. Uh, yes, it is going to be super close match, and I won't be surprised if Gukesh will win the match or defend his title. Yes. But let's see. Okay, let's go to chess.com. Wow, wow, wow. I have some Mhm. Games ongoing. C takes D, E takes D, and here knight h5. This is known. Oops. Knight h5, bishop e3, bishop d6, and let's go. Knight e4, queen f5, and queen e7. Queen e7 is another move. Let's go queen e7. I'm playing daily chess. And here g6. G6, I wasn't sure about bishop c4, c5, because knight g5, black always can go knight h6. I can go short castle with knight c6. This is why I went knight e5, attacking on f7 and not allowing any knight h6. But now bishop e6, bishop b5 is not much. Knight d7, so I took and queen h5, and now I need to take this pawn. Queen g4 and queen h3 doesn't look. No, knight g6, h takes. I can take queen h8. I think my opponent will play knight f6. I will go back some queen h3. He will take. I will take queen h8. But I'm not enough satisfied. I'm not enough satisfied. But so this position I like. This position I like. Bishop g2. Maybe white is preparing some f3. I'm playing 1569. I have bishop b4. I have knight f6. I'm a little bit scared of bishop g5 ideas. We can start maybe h6. It does look slow, but why not? Knight is coming to f6. Later on, d5. This is also well known. I need to go e5 because he takes d. He can maybe go knight f6 and capture on d5. Knight g4. This is Budapest. They just in Hungary they had elections. Yes, now knight f2 and bishop f2. So I will go e3. This is the strongest, if I'm not mistaken. Or queen d2. Yes, queen d2. And now I need to go g6 with the ideas bishop g7 or maybe even bishop h6, as I already played against Wesley So in one of titled Tuesdays. So h6 with the ideas to prepare g5 or maybe bishop h7, knight f5. Different ideas are there. I like a4, a5. I like knight a3. Yes, I don't mind knight a3, knight c2, knight e3. We can go rook e1, knight bd2. Yes, I guess knight bd2. Why not? Yes, this is completely winning position. I was about to say bishop g5. No, let's go f4. Yes, knight a4. This doesn't look great at all for my opponent. Bishop d6 and short castle. And this is a playable position. What should I do? What should I do? Maybe knight d4. Why not knight d4 as Mick? Let's go knight d4, attacking the bishop. Are you Russian? Wow. Huh. No, I'm not Russian. I know Russian language, but I'm not Russian. I'm from Armenia. Yes, c5. Now we can take d takes c. We can also go d5, d takes c, d takes c. Uh, d5 does look interesting. Uh, d takes c, d takes c, queen d8, maybe d5, d5. No. I'm not 100% sure. We can, of course, take and then push queen d8. d5 is okay. Let's go d5. A short castle. Not much is happening at the moment. And this is queen f4, theoretical position, g6, knight c3, d4, knight b5. And yes, I have played all my moves. And Hans is, of course, it is FIDE rated. Position does look super promising for a wonder. A wonder. Dear wife, should we go to cinema and watch Umbrella? I think my opponent, one of them, has. It's my move. Okay, let's see. Oh, this looks super dangerous. Super dangerous. Dangerous. Knight d4, queen a5, knight d2. How am I going to play? Queen a5, knight d2. Oh, ho, ho. Let's go queen a5, knight d2, e5. Wait. Bishop b4 in the end. Let's go queen a5. Hmm. Jacobson. Brandon Jacobson is playing Dulipala Balachandra. Wow. What happened in this game? Ido Gorstein just crushed with the black pieces against Parap Ritvis. Okay, this is no short castle, knight e7. Some other moves are also there, knight c3, knight g6. Black is preparing e5, and white goes e5 himself, f6. And now he takes f, g takes f. Rook is coming to g8, maybe e5, maybe d5. So d4, c takes d. Knight d4, c5, bishop b7. Wow, wow, wow. Rook is coming to g8, queen to c7, f5. Another good move. Queen d3, threatening queen f5. Computer likes more bishop e7, but knight h4, threatening knight g2, bishop g2, knight d5, bishop d5, queen d5, king f7. Another classy move by Ido. c4. And now, thank you very much. Rook g8. c4, another classy move. Knight f3 and queen c8. Trading queens or threatening some bishop a6. Aronia Ghosh also won his game against Ragnarsson Dagur, international master. And we see some draws. We see some draws between Nigel Short with the black pieces against Ayush Sharma, very strong international master from India. And big congrats to my former student, or we worked some period of time together. Now we aren't working anymore, but he has made his first GM norm. Uh, my very good friend Vedant Panesar, congrats. I think he deserved to make his GM norm much earlier, but eventually he did. Very big congrats. And Surya Ganguly drew. Oh, Surya Ganguly is 2561. This is unbelievable. Wow. Such a strong grandmaster and well experienced coach is 2561. Against Arka Christian, uh, this game, Titas Stremavicius. He drew against international master Adiga, Satvik Adiga. Interesting tournament. Uh, I never had chance to play. Maybe Gukesh is happy to have Sindaro instead of Giri for the match. Sindaro Gukesh will be an open match, both play tactical and for the win. Yes, yes, I uh, partly or I agree with almost everything you mentioned. Uh, the only thing I would like to say is that why we are thinking that Gukesh is happy that he will be facing Sindarov. So Sindarov just crushed everyone. Like he won one and a half against Fabi, one and a half against Higaru, 2-0 against Prague. So we still we are still thinking that Prague would have been much harder challenger for Gukesh. So please, come on, stop. So Sindarov, he he is at the moment like super annoying opponent for anyone. So people are saying Prague would have been But just, of course, with a huge respect to Prague, but Sindarov just won 2-0 against Prague. Or Hikaru would have been harder opponent for Kukic, but Sindarov just defeated one and a half in a very uh, uh, classy, or he proved everything that he has better prep and he sees the moves and he can make them against Fabi. Or his first game against Anish. He was torturing Anish about maybe 5, 6 hours. No, I don't think it's good for uh, Gukesh, or it's bad for Gukesh. It's just Mr. Bok, Benjamin Bok is also streaming. Oh, he's six. Um, Maybe I rushed with D5, you know? Maybe I rushed. I really rushed. Mhm, mhm. Oh, D takes bishop e6, long castle, I don't like. I don't like. I don't want to go a long castle. No, I want to take, and I want to play bishop e2. Wow, nice e3? Really? Really? Whoa, 10 people are watching us. Thank you very much. So bishop e2. Because long castle, knight c6, queen d6, many moves are there. I think bishop e2 should be the move. Bishop e2 short castle. I don't think I have anything, but long castle doesn't look good. Knight c6, queen d6, mm, queen d6, rook d6, queen a5. Okay, maybe short castle is also possible, but let's go bishop e2. Mhm. Play online. I haven't. Oh, again, it's our turn. Opponents are rushing. Knight c6. Wow. He doesn't care about anything. Ah, he wants to play queen d2 or what? Okay, knight d1. He will take knight a5. Okay, b takes c. I think he will play queen d2. Oh, views 105. Thank you very much for your support. So now we need to play. We need to play some. Let's go to play 3 plus 0. Let's see. Oh, Gurel. Again, my opponent is. Okay, let's see if I can play anyone. On chess.com, 3 plus 0. Okay, Lele. Okay, knight f6. C5. E6, b4, a5. C3, a takes b. C takes b, b6. Bishop b7. Bishop b5, bishop d7. Takes. I think bishop d6 is the move. And I think at some point here you need to go g5, right? I'm not 100% sure, but somewhere here. It is somewhere here. And yes, rook g8 you go. I already played something similar against, and you go some queen c7, even maybe. Mm-hmm. Hmm. Can try h5. Hmm. e4. He can go e4, g4, h takes, h takes. Yes, e4, g4. We need to play e5. Yes, e5. We have seen this, but we go g takes f. He goes maybe e takes d. Knight f3. Knight f3. But what if we go? Oh, we have queen a5, but queen a5 isn't enough. Knight e4 and then queen takes d6. That doesn't look impressive also. Maybe rook g2, e takes f. Rook g2, e takes f. Some bishop g3 stuff. E takes d, queen d6. Okay, rook g2. E takes d, queen d6. I will capture. Okay, queen d6. Knight e4. Will he go rook f1? Will he go rook f1 or not? Will he go rook f1? But rook f1, knight g3. I can also go c4, queen b3 check. Rook g1. We need to take rook f2, I guess. We can take also there, but let's take and let's go king e7, even takes rook e2. Let's take, okay, king e7. Still, position remains complicated because seems completely winning for me, but at the same time, these pawns are going. Mm-hmm. And now check. But I think I'm capturing knight on f3 with the check. I think I'm capturing the. I'm taking this knight on f3 with the check. I'm capturing the knight on f3 with the check. Big number. Yes, but knight c4. This should be lost, no? Queen e3, king c2, queen e2. Oh, this should be. I can even take queen f3 because your rook e8 is nothing. I can go knight b6 easily. Oh, let's say this is not. This is not serious. This is not serious. This is completely winning, and checkmate is coming. Of course, checkmate is coming, and he has resigned. My opponent has resigned, and we are back to 20. We have some requests, and I would like to make some moves in my games. Uh, and queen d2, of course, my opponent went for queen d2. And now if I move the knight, then I'm losing my queen. And but we are anyway better. We are anyway better. We can easily go e6. B takes c and some move with the bishop. Yes, and here short castle, of course, short castle to be super solid. No more. Whoa, 15. Playing that line in 3+0 is crazy. Wow, thank you very much. Thank you very much. And of course, let's go. Let's go with another challenge. Let's see if we can play any top guy. Maybe Faustino Oro. 15 people is watching me. This is unbelievable. Thank you very much for your support. This means a lot for me. Uh, no one, no one. 14 numbers are going. down, unfortunately. Oh. Yes, yes, I recommend this bishop d6, g5 I played. You can check my game against Wesley, so where I had completely winning position, but of course I lost. So I'm playing 28-10 from United Kingdom. D4, c4, c4. And this is Slav defense. Knight f3, knight f6, knight c3. And let's go g3. Let's play something sharp. Let's play something sharp. And will he take d takes c? He doesn't go. He doesn't go. And here the move should be something like queen d3 or knight d2. I like going knight d2. I like going this move. This is not the strongest, but let's try anyway. e4. And now knight takes e4. Okay, I like my position already. Bishop f4, why not? Maybe at some point we can jump. Will he go c5? Maybe yes, but I don't think this really works. Why not queen e2? Or why not queen c2? Both are working because queen d4 I have rook d1. If knight e4, bishop e4. Queen d4, rook d1 is my idea. And now takes with the bishop. Will he go f5? No, he doesn't go. Rook d1. We have some better position, but it's not much. We need to play c5 at some point, I guess. But first, let's go this. Let's go also bishop e5. We can start with c5 to not let any c5 ideas. Bishop e5, h4 we can also try. Let's go b4, a5. He doesn't care much. Yes, but now I would like to go d takes c. Why not? B takes c also looks good, but let's take with the d. And let's go bishop d6. Why not bishop d6? Or even we can take and then try another rook to trade. This looks super promising for me. And he goes there. He goes there. He doesn't. How do I continue? Do I take and do I play eventually? Rook a1, maybe rook goes there, but not opponent doesn't let to play anything. Let's say takes, we go king g2, bishop a6. Oh, I was about to play queen a4. Wow, wow, wow. Wow, wow, no need to play that kind of stupid moves. Bishop d3, but maybe first check and then bishop d3. Bishop b5. He can try bishop b5, but I will take and f3. He doesn't go that move. He doesn't go. But what if I take and I try some? Oh, I don't have anything. I don't have much. I don't have much at all. Let's go queen d2. Maybe still we are having better position, but it's not much. Hmm. Okay, takes. I need to be very careful because some c6, queen d5 might be there. Queen d5, f3, check king h3. I'm threatening check. But how do I go now? No, 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 no. I need to play faster. Okay, check. Oh, I'm about to get checkmated. Need to be careful. King h5. G6, king h6. Oh, another win. Another win. Another win. Let me play some other moves in my games. So 17. Whoa, thank you very much. Playing that line. Yes. Hello, hello. Oh, my wife eventually joined. Hello, how many years have you been playing chess, bro? So I have been playing chess since uh, six, when I was six. So now I'm 32 and oh, 21. This is insane. Thank you very much for your support, dear friends, dear viewers. I appreciate very much. Uh, and let me just make my moves because here I have daily chess tournament as well. Bit C, yes, of course, bit C. My opponent goes, and now we need to play some bishop e7, I guess. Bishop e7, and short castle, bishop is coming to a6. Should be slightly preferable for me, at least no problems. Queen b6, threatening this pawn. Uh, Knight a4. Knight a4 can be interesting, but I like this a3, in this way, trying to stop queen b2 because of knight a4. It looks slightly artificial. We can try also knight g5. Let's go knight g5. This cannot be very bad. And here we need to take, I guess, bishop c4, a6, b5, or at some point c5, e6. Now we need to play bishop d3. Short castle is coming. Yes, I completed my moves, and thank you very much. And we aren't having any more. Wow, 20 people. Thank you very much. Six here. Hello, Sam. Hello. Ah, hello, hello. Hello, Max. Hello, Max. So nice to see you. So nice to see you. And again, I have my bishop c4. Yes, and my idea a6, b5. I want to go a6 and then b5. I didn't knight before, but this is not that dangerous. We can go knight c3. We can also go short castle, I guess. Knight d3, c takes d. And then, yes, here, a6, I wanted to go. 23, this is insane. Thank you very much for your support. And I will play more games. I will play more games, of course. Let's go. We are playing Vitaly Bernatsky. Vitaly is super strong, grandmaster. Knight f6 is the move. And let's go e6. Bishop e7. Short castle. And at some point, whenever you can, you need to go b5 and b4. Knight c6, I guess. And what is this? Bishop b7, I guess. We need our bishop here or not? I'm not sure. Vitali is very dangerous, of course. He's very dangerous player. We can try d5 also. Knight takes d5. Mhm. I don't like my position very much. I need to go bishop f8 at some point. a5, of course, he plays. Let's go rook c8. a6, bishop a8. My idea is to go bishop a8 and then we will see. Bishop f8. This was my point. Okay, bishop f8. Let's go. Why not? 95. What if we try something like knight b6? Can we try or not? It doesn't look great for me, honestly speaking. Apologize. Yes, I'm suffering. I'm suffering, but doesn't look very bad. Doesn't look very bad because we have rook c7. He wants to play knight a5. Okay, rook c8 is there. Knight e5. I can go rook c7 if I want. I can also play. Okay, rook c7. Why not? Okay, queen d5. Let's try. Hmm, let's go f5. Let's trade the queens, and then knight is coming to d5 maybe. Okay, this. No, this is unpleasant. Of course, this is unpleasant. We need to go c4, I guess, right? We need to try c4. What else? Position is super annoying. He takes c, knight c4. I will take knight c4, rook e6. That doesn't look bad at all. Thank you very much for your support. Thank you very much. I have some ideas. I have my counterplay. H4, of course, Vitali doesn't give much chances. B3, c takes b. Okay, b3, c takes d takes c, knight c4, c takes b. It doesn't give. Okay, let's go g6. I can go c3, but c3 b3 I don't like much. Yes, knight d3. I was thinking about this move, but now why not rook c6? Let's go rook c6, and now I'm threatening this pawn on a6. b3 knight a3. b3 knight a3, and at the moment I don't see much problems for me. At the moment I don't see much problems for me. Knight f4 is trying. Knight f4 is trying, but let's go king f7. Why not? But he will go back, huh? If I go e5, knight d5, let's try e5. We can also take knight b2, but let's go e5. Knight d5. We go some e4. Nothing looks easy. f3, he's trying f3, of course. And I wasn't sure how to proceed here. Rook a6 to take or not to take. Bishop c5 to play or not to play. Okay, let's take knight b2. Let's take. Let's take. Let's take. Knight b4. Let's go some. Oops, bishop c5. This should be winning. This should be winning for us. This should be winning for us. We should be winning for us, of course. Win against Vitaly Bernatsky. Very much respected grandmaster. I had problems, but I managed to trick my opponent. Actually, he blundered in a slightly preferable position. Wow, this is insane. This is insane. So many people are watching. Great. Please subscribe. Subscribe to my YouTube, my Twitch channels. Appreciate very much. Let's continue. So I'm playing gray metric. 17 people are watching. This is unbelievable. Where are you going? What does that mean? G3. Where are you going? Aren't you waiting me? Ah, come on, this is not fair. Okay, short castle. We are playing FIDE master, and this is well-known position. Queen a4. Some other moves are also possible. A6. A6 rook d1. I guess rook d1 is the move to play. B5. Maybe we can even take knight b5. A takes b, queen a8. Not not sure, but takes. Queen goes to c2. But why not 95? 95, 95. Bishop e7. 95, 90. And then maybe some e4. Huh? Let's go 95. Looks super tempting. And then let's go e4. Maybe I could also go something else, but 97. We don't need to take this. We can go knight g4, f5, knight e3. No, knight f3 immediately looks better. We can also take and d5, which looks very tempting, which looks interesting, but let's go knight f3. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it would have been better to go knight g4. Queen e7, he does play, and now we can go some bishop f4, attacking the pawn. And yes, let's go. Let's be rook d2, rook e1. Rook e1. Yes, why not bishop g5? h6, bishop h4, g5, knight g5. Maybe we are creating some dangerous threats. Bishop e4, I can take bishop f6. GG. Oh yes, now GG, but now let's say, how do we say GG? E5, knight d5. No, e5, knight d5. He has compensation. I need to take bishop f6. I need to take this, and I need to go something like h4, h3. I'm not sure. E5, d5. He takes d. Okay, let's say we go this. Whenever he pushes c5, I will go d5, and generally I want to go d5. My own. I could go e5, but I think knight c6 can be interesting for him to go. Yes, this. We can already start with d5. We can already start with d5. His knight on a5 doesn't do much, but at the same time, position doesn't look. Oh yes, this is interesting. This is interesting. Where need I place my knight? Knight h4 does look tempting with the ideas to capture maybe on e6. I'm not 100% sure, but let's try. Let's try to go some queen c1 maybe even. C5. Okay, what is this C5? E5, F takes C, T takes C. Okay, let's go back. Okay, let's go Queen B1 maybe. Threatening some E5, threatening some C takes B stuff. Oh, I blundered. Oh, very painful loss, of course. Very painful loss because I had super winning position. Ah, I was completely winning, of course. Just Queen A3, game over. Queen A3, game over. Ah, D takes C, of course, position was so winning. Ay, 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 ay. Ay, ay, ay. Thank you very much for your support. I was winning. And I was playing generally very good. But I lost. I lost. I lost. Okay, Vladimir Zakhartsov, strong grandmaster. Let's go E4. D4, 5. Will he go bishop F5 or C5? H4, C5. I'm not familiar with this move, honestly speaking. I'm not familiar with this move. Why this move hasn't been played? Maybe some C3. 95, knight F3, I can try. No, but the previous game. Okay, knight F3. If he takes, I will take queen F3. Bishop G4 does not work. Yes, he is going back, of course. This is super logical. We'll go some B4, I guess. Why not? And if e6, maybe knight d4 we can try. Why not? Maybe knight d4. Because now I'm threatening knight f5 and maybe g4 if he goes. But why not g4? G4, but he will take, of course, he will take on yes. But let's say we go knight h3 or we go knight d2. Knight d2 also does look tempting, but he will take. He might take. Let's go bishop b5. I have very annoying threat of g4. Yes, he doesn't pay any attention. But let's go knight d2. I'm threatening g4 already. But g4 isn't coming. Let's say g4. Yes, g4 isn't, of course, winning the game. I need to play f3. I can also take knight e4, but let's go f3. Queen c7. He wants to prove. queen e2. And why here knight b3 isn't working? Queen g3, queen f2. Let's see if I go this. Takes. Ah, yes, I forgot. I forgot about something, but of course, let's not give up. Let's not give up. Game still goes on. I will take queen f3. We need to take, and position remains somewhat playable. Yes, this is very good move by my opponent. I need to take, or I think I need to take, and then I need to try bishop f4 or not. Again, I haven't played rook g3, maybe bishop f4. Let's go bishop d6. Let's go a4. Rook b3. Yes, but this is very much playable position. Okay, again, we land in a draw, most likely. I could try, but not much to try. Well, what is your FIDE rating? Unlucky pre-move. Yes, my FIDE rating is 2613. My FIDE rating is 2613. DTXC is the best. Bishop b5. I played c3, which is not the strongest. Knight f3, queen d7. And again, black is fine. e6, not the strongest move. Knight d4. And now bishop g5. I played this. I played g4. He could go. And now queen c7, rook h3. Now he's threatening knight d4. Bishop d4, so he takes the knight d4. Yes, and I forgot that queen g3 comes and then queen f3. But I think later on he could push a5, but he didn't. He didn't. Yes, and here, despite being pawned down, I'm not worse because I have ideas g5. I have some rook e3, rook f3. Okay, let's play some. Okay, like water. I'm playing like water. Takes e6, stopping bishop b5, and here queen d6 and queen c7. I guess queen d6. Wait, queen c7, maybe even. Or maybe even queen c7 and then d4 e6. Okay, this I think I can play in a different ways. a5. At a5 I can play g6, even knight b6, rook b8. So let's go knight d4, stopping queen f3. Let's go bishop g4. Bishop e2, he can try bishop e2. I will take with the knight. f3 I can go any square. That takes, and now e6, or yes, I guess e6. We can also try g6. Why not g6? This also looks good, no? My idea was to play some queen c6. Bishop g7, short castle. Pawn on g2 is under attack. I don't see any problems for me at all. Bishop g7, I could take, but no need to rush. Yes, he's preparing this, but I think he's maybe blundering some of his pawns. Let's go this. This takes, maybe queen e4. I can take queen c4 also. Let's take this. Ah, but it threatens rook a4, huh? It threatens rook a4, which is quite unpleasant. Let's go queen b4. I hope we aren't getting checkmated anytime soon. He can try. Huh. Hmm, no, but draw is not enough, though I don't see how to play. I don't see how to play because I. Yes, this is not great. This is not great. Rook a4, queen b2. Okay, let's say this. Rook a4, queen b2, rook b1, queen c2. If he doesn't play rook a2, then queen b4. No, but I don't like my position at all. What have I done? What have I done from better position? Yes, he can make a draw. He can make a draw easily. Maybe I need to try knight. Yes, he's going this. But does he threaten anything? Rook a2, rook b1, nothing. Seems like nothing, right? Yes, but can I go knight d5, knight d5, queen a4, knight d5, rook b5? Yes, we can, but no need probably. And he's trying anyway. G4, G4. Need to be very fast in my decisions. Okay, this, queen e7, rook e8 maybe. The rook takes, knight d5, queen e5, queen f5, takes, takes, 6, c4. Ah, so painful. So painful. I need to be very fast. I need to be very fast. I need to be very fast. I was winning throughout the game, but like water. Okay, 28-14, 6. Okay, queen b6 maybe. Knight before knight e1. Let's go bishop b6. With the typical ideas to play knight d7 later on. 95. It doesn't have any very dangerous threats. So I'll go rook c8 first. Okay, let's take. Let's go some knight a5. Knight d4, bishop d4 is my point. I want to go knight b3. Or maybe even knight c4. Bishop b5. Hmm. Knight c5, b4. Will he go knight b3? No, but let's go this. I don't think he can really go b4. Knight b3, knight c1, no? And then knight a2 if need be. Hmm. Thank you very much for your support. I really feel the support. Bishop b7, knight a1, and here we can easily go bishop f6, I guess. Why not? Takes. Knight d4. Maybe we can take. We can also go f5. Why not f5? F5 looks very good. Maybe later on king g7, king f6. Takes. Okay, what is this? If I go rook c5, then c4, he wants to play, I guess. Knight c5, knight d4. Maybe I rushed a bit. Maybe not really. Taking f8. Trade one pair of rooks. Yes, but here I could go rook a8, no? Rook e7, I forgot. Oops. Sorry, bro. Sorry, you really played well up to because he blundered something, but in the end, of course, he blundered, but he could also here go. Hmm. Yes, I need to take rook e3 and then rook a8, but I played rook a8 and now here, of course, rook e1 and 8 takes b is coming. I would like to briefly check my games, of course. Let's see. Bishop g4, that's why here he started, and then short castle. With the ideas to go e5, takes, he played knight c3, bishop e6, a3, I played knight d7, and now rook c8. Very much playable. What else? g6, knight f6, and now bishop g4, g6. Hello, do you have any favorite line in the English opening? Uh, just 1 second. Short castle, bishop e6, and now bishop e6, and e5, knight d5, I guess. Queen b6 is possible, but not very much recommended. Bishop d5, knight a5. Where do you mean c4, e5, this English, or c4, e5? With the black pieces, I usually go e5. With the white pieces, I play c4, but not very frequently. And here g3 and knight c3 are the moves. I also like knight f3 move here in this position. Yes, you can easily go knight c3, you can go g3, you can go knight f3. And g3, bishop g2, knight is coming to c3, and later on knight is coming to f3, or you go e4 and then you go knight e2. Nice. I appreciate your support. I really appreciate your support. Okay, let's try to get back to 3000. Yes, that one. Thank you. Okay, I'm playing White Shark 01. White Shark. Who is White Shark? Game aborted. So I'm playing Frederick Swanner. Let's go. Frederick. Very strong GM. Very strong GM. Okay, knight c3 and knight bd7. He might be helping someone. D takes c, will he go? He doesn't play it. He doesn't play it. D takes c, and he goes D takes c. What's the move here? I need to go a4. e4, I need to go... Yes, e4 is possible, but let's also try some a4. Because e4, b5 is possible. Frederick Swann might be helping someone. Might be helping someone, and let's go e4. Why not? Let's go e4. Let's say... let's see the point behind a6. b5, a takes b. Yes, he's preparing, of course, he's preparing b5. But, b5, I can go a5. I can easily go a5, and I will go a5. Let's try a5. b5, a takes b, and I will take a takes b, c takes b. I have bishop f4 ideas. And he goes knight b6. Let's go bishop f4. And let's go some queen c2. Why not? Bishop b4. He's attacking our pawn on e4. I will go rook e1. And yes, he's going h6. Bishop c3, b takes c, bishop c6, knight e5, queen d4, rook d1, queen c5. No, okay, I will go some rook d1. He will take bishop c3, I guess. He doesn't. So let's jump with the knight to e5. Super sharp. He's super sharp. Frederick Sano is super sharp. 26 plus Grandmaster. A5, knight e5. I might have also some d5 ideas. I can also try some h4, but let's go d5. Let's go d5. Why not? Because e takes d, and then I open up this e file. I open up this position doesn't look easy at all. Position doesn't look easy at all. Will he go? What he goes this? He goes this. He does not care at all about anything. He does not care about anything. Let's go some. But what if he will take bishop c3, b takes c, and then he will try some knight d5? Knight c6 doesn't work. What should I do? Some queen c1 maybe, huh? Some queen c1, threatening bishop h6, and at the same time preparing some ideas. But queen f8, you might easily go. You might easily go. Queen f8, queen c5. Frederick Sone goes queen f5, and what should I be doing? Bishop h6, g takes h does not look scary. Bishop e3 does look interesting. Let's go bishop e3. Queen f8. Bishop b6, c takes b. My knight is under attack. And I'm not sure how to continue. Maybe let's go knight c6. Takes. Bishop c5. This I definitely missed. Bishop f4 I don't want. Let's go that. Takes I will take with the rook. Yes, I do play. I do play Weirds. And then takes. Rook d8. Rook d8. What should I be doing? Like rook e1, rook c1, rook c1. Knight d5. He goes, of course, knight d5. Let's go queen e5. Let's try queen e5. What else? Need to play some queen f5 maybe. Losing. I'm losing, dear friends. I'm losing, unfortunately. No, this is lost. Okay. c5, knight c6, bishop b5. Okay, let's try e6, knight d7. Maybe some knight g6. Okay, h3. Let's get the bishop on f6 maybe. Or h6, bishop d6, h6, bishop e6, bishop d6. Okay, let's go h6. Knight a4, attacking the pawn, rook c8. And maybe queen f6 now. We can try. Yes, maybe calculating queen a4. e5, t takes in, knight e5, knight e5, queen e5. Should I go e5 or maybe some knight f4? But knight f4, bishop f4, maybe some bishop f4. Okay, he does play that. Let's go rook f7. Yes, maybe e5. No, we can try or not. Knight h4, knight e7, and then knight is coming to f5 maybe. But I don't like that. I don't like that. Maybe this and then queen. Let's say this. We try and then we go this. But I don't like. My idea is to go rook f3. My idea is to go rook f3. My idea, but he has bishop h6. He has bishop h6, but still, bishop h6 doesn't mean anything. If he goes knight e5, I can take bishop e5, d takes e knight e5, rook e6, knight d3. Knight h4 is going, and now we need to bring more forces into action, like knight h4. I guess we need to play knight g4. We can go h5, I guess. H5 bishop. He wants to play. I haven't. I haven't seen it. Should I go some queen d7? Bishop is coming to. No, position doesn't look great. Okay, knight f5. He's calculating this bishop h6 stuff. But bishop h6, knight d4. I might start with knight d4, no? Knight h6, g takes bishop h6. I have rook e8. Maybe time advantage can be enough. Can be enough. Let's go some queen b8 maybe. Threatening something, but not really. And then let's play some rook b7. Why not? And then a5. And then rook b2. Then some h5. Then some h5. Will he go rook b6? But not really. I doubt. Let's take. And now knight e3, rook f2 ideas are there, but does it work or not? d4, bishop d4, knight d4, queen d4, rook f2, d4 isn't working, rook b3 is there, knight h4 is there, but let's try queen e8. Oh, queen e8, my rook is hanging. Wait, wait. We shouldn't be rushing. Knight e3, queen, rook e3. We have takes, rook f2, and then h4. No, 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 no. Wait, 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 wait. Rook b3, and then some queen e8 maybe. Rook d3, queen c6 he will play. Okay, let's take. Let's go queen g6. I blundered. I blundered. What have I done? Okay, another game. Frederick is crushing. Frederick is crushing. Let's go. I always I'm getting my chances, but somehow I'm too slow. Bishop f4. Okay, he's preparing bishop f5. We'll play some h3 and then bishop e2. Hmm. If it doesn't work, he wants to play. Okay, let's go f4. With g5 at some point, and then knight is coming back to e5. You can of course go, as I need to go g5 already. Not much time to wait. But let's say we go g takes f, we go bishop takes f5, and then we go knight e5, but knight h4 he will take. Let's go knight e5. Let's take knight. Oh, I'm super slow. I'm super slow. They are very fast. They are just very fast. Oh, I won, but of course I didn't. I did not deserve. Wow, it was crazy. It was really crazy. I managed to win. Super Luigi. Hello, hello everyone. Thank you. Thank you for your support. Wow, 300 views. This is insane. Hello. I would like to check some of my games for your support. Wow, 300 views. This is. I would like to check some of my games, and especially against Frederick and last 3 games. So this one, and like he played a6, knight d2, I played e4, rook b8, I played a5, otherwise b5 is coming anyway. He played this, he took with the knight, bishop f4, this is interesting, and bishop b4, threatening bishop c3 and knight e4, so I played this, and this is better position for him, but yes, this is better for him. This is just better for him, rook e8, bishop c7, because I have ideas to go knight b5 and my bishop on e3 is very strong. So this takes. This is unpleasant. This is unpleasant. Rook e8, of course, he found. I was thinking about queen d4, but I didn't play because of queen b4. Bishop d5, queen b5, bishop c4, but I thought knight c4, queen c4, rook e1 is coming, but computer says you can take rook c4. And this is, of course, lost. Yes, very nice win by Frederick. And the second one, I liked up to some point my position, and here I need to go a6. This is also possible. And then d5 he took, he played. Yes, and I wasn't sure about to go bishop f6 or I played h6. I could go bishop e6 also, but my idea was to sorry uh, get this set up with the bishop on e6, bishop on d6. So this. And now takes, otherwise rook is coming to c8. And now bishop d6 eventually with the ideas to go queen f6. But it's nothing. Queen c8. Wow, queen c8. I played this, and now I played queen f6, but computer likes bishop f5 more. And now takes, otherwise maybe bishop f5. And yes, e5. Of course, e5 takes knight e5. I played rook f7, and now again e5, but I played this and queen d8. I was hoping to take rook f3, but knight h2. Knight g4, and I haven't gone for h5 because of bishop g5, but computer says bishop g5, bishop b7. So I played, but I think later on I got queen b8, threatening bishop b4, and now rook b7, and now a5, and now rook b2, and now h5, and takes. And here, yes, knight e3, I played this. Nothing is working because I played queen e8 with ideas queen g6, knight h4, but rook b6. And now queen g6 with ideas knight h4, but b7, queen f8 is coming. And what was the third game? The third game was super interesting. Uh, and now knight h5. Now bishop d3, knight f4 is coming. That's why bishop e2. Rook e1, bishop d3. No need to go bishop d3. Anyway, black is ready to go knight f6, knight g7, bishop f5. This knight is coming to f6. The other knight goes g7. Bishop is coming to f5. So I played knight e5, knight g7 is preparing bishop f5, h3, bishop f5, bishop e2, because if I take knight f5, knight is going to d6. And knight is coming to d6 anyway. Computer likes more knight d7. Queen b3, a4. Yes, this is better position, slightly better position. No need to go knight d4. And now some g4, f3, bishop d3. It's better to go bishop c2. Knight before bishop b1, f6. This is unpleasant. I thought with rook e2, rook g1, h4, I can maybe start pushing, but another interesting idea, g5, bishop f5. So I don't have problems, but I already felt unpleasant. Oh, knight d3. Knight d3 was working, so this is slightly better for me. And maybe he underestimated my chances. He was, of course, better. I didn't have much time. And yes, thanks to Frederick. Nice warm up. Hmm. And not much left to say. I think this is all for today. Thank you for being and staying with me. Uh, Thank you for being and staying with me. Uh, Thank you very much for your support. I appreciate very much. Please subscribe and follow to my YouTube and my Twitch channels. And if you have any wishes, if you like any other type of stream, so today mainly we have we solved four studies, and then we discussed some chess topics and some recent chess news, um, like Hans Niemann against Wander Liang. Let's check. Liang. Hans drew the game, which is um, very good for him and bad for Wander Liang because he had completely winning position, huge advantage, but he didn't manage to win the game. I guess this is all. This is all, dear friends. Thank you very much for